One of the first questions people ask us when we talk about an extended trip in an RV is how we manage the laundry. And our first choice was to get a really small twin tub, kind of semi-automatic laundry machine that we were going to use for kind of emergency loads between going to the laundromat. We brought a giant bag of quarters with us, but we ended up having to return the twin tub washing machine. Number one, it was overheating. So when we were looking to replace it, we decided to upgrade to something that was a little bit heavier and a little bit bigger, but the fully automatic Giantex washing machine, and we absolutely love it. So we're going to show you today how we do laundry in the RV and a quick review of the Giantex washing machine. So when we're not doing laundry, the washing machine sits here in the hallway. Obviously there's not a ton of room, it's a little bit inconvenient, but we've gotten used to it and it doesn't really bother us too much. When we're driving, we just push it back here and kind of wedge it between the TV and the wall, and it fits absolutely perfectly, pretty snugly. We don't have to do anything with it.
That's a bed though.
What did I call it?
TV.
Okay, that's a bed, that's not a TV. We did buy a little rolling cart that could move it from the bedroom to the bathroom to the hallway so that we didn't have to pick it up, but we are procrastinators and it needs to be trimmed by like an inch, and we haven't done that. So right now we're just picking it up and moving it until we get our act together and get the cart trimmed. So we replaced the sink. No, we did not.
No, we didn't replace the sink at all.
So we replaced the faucet in our bathroom just so it was easier to use, get our hands underneath it. We purposely chose one that had an aerator that was really easy to take off and that was the right size for the adapter for the washing machine. So we keep this little tub in the shower when we're driving. We throw all of our shampoos and soaps in here just so they don't slosh around the shower. And then we just keep the laundry detergent in here so this stores away when we don't need it. And it's in the bathroom when we're ready to do laundry. So obviously it's kind of tight quarters, but there is room to use the bathroom in an emergency. So once we have the machine in here, first thing we do is make sure that you can open the lid all the way and it doesn't get bounced back at you. What is this called? Drain hose? The drain hose. We just sit in the bathtub and it's plenty long enough that it doesn't go anywhere. Close that if we need to, just to make sure. I'm a little paranoid about it going anywhere.
Do you want to mention, just in case, leaving the gray tank open, just hypothetically?
We always leave the gray tank open. You can do 2 or 3 loads on our gray tank and not have it back up into the shower. But I know that because we've tested it on accident. So we do usually leave the gray tank open when we're doing the laundry. All right. And then the only other thing to do is connect the water and plug it in. The washing machine did come with a cheap plastic hose. We did go to the hardware store and upgrade with a better braided hose. Didn't feel very comfortable with what was there. Felt like it was eventually going to fail, so we replaced everything from the machine to the sink with something that's metal and more permanent. Also had several times, the 2 most important points of failure for us are that I've run several loads of laundry without turning the power on, and you have to do that. And I've also done several without putting the water on. So now that the water's on, I'm just making sure it's not leaking so that we don't have a mess. And I just plugged it in. Power on. Has all sorts of different pre-programmed features. We just leave it on normal. And the water level is low, medium, high. We usually put it on high. And hit start. So use just a little bit of detergent. And we normally use like a free and clear. A splash of Most Delicious. I know the package is kind of not that attractive, but Diva Glamorous Wash is the most delicious scented laundry detergent, and my very high-tech measuring spoon tied with a string. And I use like half a teaspoonful just because it smells delicious. So not only does all of our laundry smell delicious, but usually the RV smells good too. And I'll clean my hands off. As that's filling, I'm gonna go grab the dirty laundry. So it's pretty surprised. It holds a decent amount. I'd say about, I was gonna say half a load, but at home I stuff as much clothes as can possibly fit in the washing machine, probably not best. And it fits about half that, so it fits a lot more than I expected. One thing we learned is since we're air drying, instead of separating by whites or colors, I usually separate by how long things take to dry. So like if I have jeans and cotton towels or cotton shirts, I usually put those in together. And if there's like bathing suits or dry fit stuff, I usually do that separately. And that way it dries all around the same time on the drying rack. So that's the benefit of the Giantex automatic machine, is that that's it. I'm gonna close this, and when it beeps at me, I'm gonna come back and take my clean clothes out. it is such a time saver where we're able to get laundry done while we're doing other chores or while we're going for a walk with the dog or doing whatever else we need to do. We were having lunch. I heard the beeps, came in, it's all done. The laundry is spun. It's pretty dry. It will, if I can sit it in the sunshine, it'll be dry in an hour or so. If it's raining outside, we just put it in the living room and it dries pretty quickly. Also has an extra spin if you want to just spin something dry. But if it's gone through here, it's spun pretty well and it doesn't need it. So we'll just unplug it, turn the water off over here, put the drain hose in. Oh, first I'm gonna splash everywhere. And disconnect this, put the aerator back on the sink. And that's it.